Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Weird. My name is Xavier Morris.
My name's Jessica Pierre-Vicente.
And my name is Marcus Monroe.
Our guest, Marcus Monroe.
And
Hey,
there we go.
welcome,
He's our guest
Marcus.
today.
Welcome, Marcus.
It's pretty
Nice to talk
good.
to you. Nice to
Pretty
see
seamless.
you.
Yeah, there you go. How's everything going, man?
All right.
Things are good. I just flew in today I was in Alaska this morning, so well, not like late last night, so I flew home and I just got home like a few hours ago and I got like a little sleep, so I'm feeling all right.
Yeah,
Sweet,
what were you doing
sweet,
in Alaska?
Shows, baby.
sweet.
What? Okay.
I do stand up, so I just, wherever I can do stand up, I will do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, what's the comedy club in Alaska, or
Well,
what
there's no
town?
club, but there's a lot of like bars and breweries that have comedy nights, and there's also the University of Southeast Alaska, and
Nice,
so I perform there, and
nice.
it's a cool school. Like it's a fairly big school for that part of Alaska, and they need entertainment just like anyone else.
Do college kids love you? Is that a good bread and butter for you? Do you feel like you hit
It
it home?
used to be. The college market used to be so good for me, so lucrative for a lot of people, but since COVID, it's really sucked, and it's like I've not
I've heard the
gotten
same
many
thing.
college bookings at all. I don't know. I think it's just like a COVID thing. I know some people are still working the college market, but I've given up on trying to like promote myself in that area. I'm just like, it's not worth it.
Yeah, I at least find I haven't done like I haven't toured yet. I'm kind of fresh at stand up. I just started like 2 years ago. So as I do the clubs around town in New York, like like younger crowds, well, they'll have that tinge of like feeling bad for you before they'll laugh. They'll have like if they're too young, they won't get the joke entirely because they're just too happy.
Yeah. They don't have enough life experience to
Yeah,
understand what you're talking about.
like they
But you know what's so funny is I'll do at West Side Comedy Club, they have this show called Milk and Cookies, which is like an all ages show, and I'll do that, and then I'll do material, I'll do it in adult shows, but it's just clean. And the kids love it. They
yeah.
follow along.
Yeah.
They're so sharp. So I think it's like there must be some kind of filter that happens to you when you become like after puberty and before you become like an actual adult where you're just like it's just more sensitive to things and it's not saying that like what you were saying Jessica was like inappropriate or like gross or disgusting but it's just like it's, it's the little people I think are a little timid they don't know
Yeah,
like
they
oh
don't know. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Exactly. That's exactly right. Exactly right. It's so funny. Yeah, I've heard of that show too at West Side. I have to go back to West Side Comedy Club more. I used to live right on the Upper West Side,
oh
and
fun
so that I went to Stand Up New York, and I didn't end up going to West Side Comedy Club. I really have to go to their open mics, um, and like give it a shot. Cause
yeah it's a good club I'll be there tonight actually but
oh really? Yeah, yeah.
10:30
There you
so I
go.
got some time to
A lot of shows happening tonight.
freshen up yeah
Yeah, our last guest was is opening up for a clown tonight, so a lot
he's
of good
opening up for
comedy going
what
on. A clown, yeah, we were just talking about that.
who is
Yeah.
it
You don't know.
It's a female clown. I misgendered the clown, and I think I should be taken to. I was like assumed it was a dude, and I was like,
I assumed it
shame
was a
on
dude
me,
too when you said
shame
clown.
on me.
Most clowns,
Yeah,
I think you could make the general assumption that most clowns
no,
are
they're
men.
dudes. Yeah, you can.
And
Yeah,
Yes, you're off the hook with that.
yeah.
that's
First,
not a
thanks,
I
thank
don't
you.
and look, I used to clown, you know?
Wait,
So
really?
I'm
Yeah,
like
I love that.
I feel like I can say that.
I
Wait, is that how
took.
you got so good at juggling?
Well, it was kind of like I would, so no, I was a juggler first, and then some people would be like, "Hey, we'll pay you." If we like when I was in middle school, they'd be like, "Hey, you want to wear this clown outfit and be in a parade?" I'd be like, "Yeah,
Fuck
you're gonna
yeah,
pay me." I would
yeah.
get like $25 an hour when I was in middle school to do like juggling in parades, and I was like, "This isn't." It was just like my job on the weekends. I'd like have my parents drop me off at some festival, and I'd perform for 3 hours in a
That's so cool.
parade, and make $75, go
That's
home.
awesome. Where are you from?
I'm from Milwaukee.
That's so cool. Oh my
Ah,
How
God,
about
very
you?
cool.
Milwaukee is on my map of the universe when I was when I was 6 years old, where I drew.
Oh,
Yeah, 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 I drew. It was like Florida. It was New York City, Florida, Milwaukee for some reason, Mars. And like if you, I was like, yeah, it was stupid, but I somehow included Milwaukee for it because it was, I think it was in Home Alone or
Well,
something.
where are you from?
I'm from here. I'm from New York.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
crazy that you knew about Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
We
So
made the
so
news over
bizarre.
there, huh?
We
That's
made the
cool.
news. Yeah, yeah, cool.
It is a good town. I really
Right?
enjoy it.
Cool.
Yeah. No, I first time I was there, I think was Warped Tour 2017. We had a day in Milwaukee off, and I loved it. It was really
Wait, did
cool.
you play in a band?
No, I was I was one of those PETA activists who like had people text in for like free bracelets and everything.
Oh, I love
Oh,
that.
you're like a
Yeah.
good person or whatever. That's like
No.
whatever.
No.
I love that.
But
I would have hated you at the time, but now that now that I'm more into animal rights and stuff, I'd be like, oh, I love this.
Were you about to say,
yeah.
were you about to say that you were a vegan?
My
Are
wife's a
you?
vegan. I'm a vegetarian, but I eat like 90%. I eat 90% vegan, I'd say, because my wife and I, we kind of just eat the same food. I'm probably maybe like 80%. She's very frigid with it.
Full
She's
blown.
full
Yeah.
blown vegan.
Yeah, yeah.
Full blown vegan.
That's really, really cool. Love that. Love that for you guys. Um, I kind of wish I have, my excuse is that I have low iron, and every time like I try to be vegan, like I get sick. So just kudos to you guys for being stronger
Yeah,
than other people.
I think you could do it. It's so much easier than it used to be, but the only thing that we're seeing that is kind of disappointing is a lot of like these like plant-based restaurants are closing in the city, which is kind of sad, but it happens.
Well, we still got V Spot, the guys that own St. Mark's
Hey,
Comedy Club.
yeah, shout out
Hey, shout
Alex.
Shout
out
out V
V-Spot.
Spot, Alex Carabano. We love him.
There you go.
So yeah.
Very good
We
restaurant
got
too.
a
I love that place.
very good restaurant, really good food, really good fried avocado. There was a couple good things that I was like, yum.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
shout out Urban
big
Vegan.
shout
If
out.
you guys are listening,
Oh yeah.
please host me again whenever I come down.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Love it.
Great.
Good vegan people.
There we go.
Cool.
There we go. So, Jessica, you had a question about the Andy Kaufman Award.
I do. Well, I don't know what that is.
Oh, you don't? Okay, that's
So I
okay.
was gonna ask you, hey, what is that? That sounds really cool. And
Well,
I'm a big and
it's crazy that you asked that because I actually won it.
that's awesome.
I know, I'm just kidding. I knew you did. All right, so it was so yeah, the Andy Kaufman Award is an award that, well, I think they stopped doing it, but they did it for like 15 years or something. But it was an award that was given out once a year to a comedian or a performer who had the spirit, execution, creativity, and did I say spirit? I think I did.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
one other thing, I can't remember what it was, of Andy Kaufman. And growing up in Milwaukee, like I was kind of into wrestling growing up. I liked wrestling and I really liked comedy. And then a friend of mine was like, "Oh, you should read about Andy Kaufman." I was like, "Who's that?" He's like, "He's a comedian that wrestled." I was like, "What?" So I became immersed in this Andy Kaufman world. And then Man on the Moon came out and I was just like, "Oh my God." And so when I found out there was an Andy Kaufman award, I submitted myself as soon as I found out, and then I got like in the finals in the first year. We didn't win, and then I kept applying and before and I did it, and then I finally won. And it was awesome, and it was kind of validating as a performer to because I was kind of like doing like comedy juggling at the time. So it was nice to be like to like for that it's like such a weird thing to be validated for, but it was really nice.
Well, people think that comedy is a little more glamorous than it sometimes ends up being every once in a while, because it does feel cool. There's some really cool moments. Obviously, we were cool, but like there's other sides where you're definitely on purpose almost not cool. And so I was actually going to bring up that bringing that full circle to your videos on the subway, because
Oh,
it's, well, it's hard. I'm a native New Yorker, and we're like, there's like a Bible of this, of like, we Showtime on it, we're like, fucking, we like roll our eyes about when people do that stuff. So it's sometimes hard to do a performance on the subway, and you execute it really, really well and really
thank you.
hysterically. And every video I watched, I was like, that's funny, that's funny, that's funny.
Oh,
And
thank you so much.
especially people's reactions too. So it's just great. So So
Appreciate that.
as an Italian New Yorker, the cojones that you have, it's just it's good for you, man. Like fuck
I
Yeah.
yeah,
love it. Thank you.
yeah.
I like that I have the approval of like a native New Yorker for it because, look, I've been here 21 years. I moved to the city in 2004. So I feel like I've been here long enough where it's like, okay, I can be like, I've been here, I lived here longer than anywhere else. So I feel like I'm a definitely a New Yorker, and
Yeah,
also like I,
you are.
I should say the subway videos, like I'm not on the train too long. I'm only on the train for like 30 seconds and then I
In
move
and
to
out.
another car.
Yeah,
You
No one is
perfect.
really that I don't
Yeah,
really annoy people that
too
as
much.
long as I think people think I do.
No, exactly. No, I can. Well, I can tell. I also like used to edit. Like my ex husband was a director, and so I used to watch him edit videos and stuff. So sometimes I can tell a little bit, and like mostly like I was like, you walk that line, right? You walk that exact line where you're like, let's not piss anybody off, but also
Right.
like, it's perfect.
Yeah,
It's really great.
it's not my goal to make anyone have a bad day, piss
No,
anyone off. In fact, like I
yeah, that's
really am
clear. Yeah,
trying to get laughs. I'm working with the material I have, and we'll see, seeing what happens.
you're doing the Lord's work, as they say. You really
I
are. It's
appreciate
great.
it.
Yeah,
And it's
it's
fun.
good.
Yeah.
I have like a group of people who like at comics. I'll send them a text. I'll say, "Hey, I'm gonna be a
Yeah,
ghost on the subway. Let me know if you have any ghost jokes." And then
yeah,
they'll send me a ton of jokes, and I kind of have to like pick the best ones, and
yeah,
I'll write some. And some of them have just been around forever. They're just dad jokes that everyone knows.
yeah,
But I think it's so funny to do that as a character and think it's
yeah,
serious,
yeah.
and then people have started coming out to my shows because they see these subway videos, which is all you want as a performer, is people to come out to your shows. And everyone is so sweet because they understand like I'm not doing that in my show, like
Yeah.
I'm not putting on different costumes and saying bad jokes.
You know?
Then you like jump into material and people are like, oh
Right.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, no, I
yeah,
get into it.
yeah.
I make it right. I say like this is what I'm gonna do right now is like my
My
jokes that I
stories,
wrote
yeah,
just for me. Like they're not jokes you've heard before. So I'm, that's it's fun, and people are like, "Oh,
cool.
this is cool. It was better than I thought." Because maybe
Yeah,
they haven't seen my comedy before and didn't know that I've been doing stand up for like 15 years.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
I was gonna ask though, like, which character like took the longest as far as like getting into costume?
Great question. I would say the centaur. The video didn't do great. And I think the reason was it was just
Love it.
too weird. I literally had built for me. I didn't do any of the building, but a centaur legs
Yeah,
that like
Yeah.
strapped onto me,
yeah,
and then I had like a prosthetic mask,
yeah.
and I think I wore a bodysuit. It
Nice.
was there was so much going on in this
Yeah.
costume. It was hard to walk, so I had to have someone with me every time I'd move to
Oh
like make
shit.
sure the thing wouldn't
Yeah.
like fall apart. And
Yeah.
the thing is, like, I'm such a hoarder. I still have a centaur costume in New York City, like in
Just
this
in case.
apartment.
Just in case.
I mean, like, I don't have the space for it, but I'm like, well, I can't. I spent like $400 on it. I'm not gonna just throw it away.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And then another one, the stormtrooper was also one that took a while because,
I was looking at your knees in that
oh,
for some reason. Like you know how like you have to bend your legs and like
oh
it,
yeah, hard to
well,
do that in that costume.
yeah.
Yeah.
Very
I feel
hard.
like yeah, that was not sexual, but like it could be.
No.
I was looking at
Oh.
your knees.
Mhm.
Oh, those
So
knees,
There
baby.
was like a silence that came over you guys. You're like, oh no, she's looking at her knees. I was like, yeah, it's really
Well,
funny.
funny story about the stormtrooper. I was like, I get a lot of weird emails, and I look at all of them. And one of them was like, this guy was like, "Hey man, I have a bunch of costumes. If you ever want to use them, like your videos are great." And I was like, "Okay." And then I looked, and then he had like all these like Star Wars characters, all these like Back to the Future stuff.
Nice.
I was like, I'll email this guy. He lives in Long Island, so I like emailed him, and he's like, yeah. So I'm thinking you do a stormtrooper. You come over to my house, and we'll get it fitted for you because you really need to just like have it fitted, and then like with the straps and stuff. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay. And then he's like, and then I'll be with you the whole time you're filming it. And I've never
Oh
had
shit.
someone like with me the whole time who's just like a rando. He
Like
was like
watching his suit. Oh my God.
watching his suit, but Okay, so then I'm like, okay, I'm like, all right, so I'll go to this guy's house, and I probably will like, I'm like, this guy's probably gonna be a nut
A
job
weirdo,
who is
yeah.
just like like a big nerd or something.
Yeah.
But I go to this guy's house, meet him, and he's just like the first of all, he picked me up from the train station, and I
Aw,
got off at the wrong train,
Oh,
so he like drove to this other train
I love
stop
people.
to get me, and I'm there just like vaping on my vape pen. I'm just like,
what up?
And then he's like, "What's up?" I'm like, "Hey," and he's like, maybe he's like mid 50s, but like a cool guy. He's
Yeah.
got like the leather jacket on. I'm like, "All right, this guy's
Yeah.
this guy slaps." So then we go to his house, and he shows me that he has a DeLorean in his garage. I'm like, "Oh
No
wow!"
way.
Oh, that's
Like
cool.
legit, and it's all decked out like it was in Back to the Future. And I'm like, "This
Awesome.
guy, we just like hit it off. Like he's such a nerd, and I love it. Like he's not hiding it. He's like, yeah, I got all this stuff because." He dresses up in Star Wars characters and does he like he's in the
Oh, he's a
movies like
star.
he'll be in the Star Wars movies like he's
Wait, really?
yeah, like legit. Like
He's an
they've
extra.
yeah, they'll have him like in because he has like actual Star Wars like authentic outfits.
It's
So
crazy.
That's insane.
sometimes Lucas or Disney or whoever it is will
Yeah.
hire these people who have these
Yeah.
costumes to be background in movies or
Yeah.
promo spots, commercials. So um so
Pretty
yeah,
wild.
we took like 3 hours to put on like the stormtrooper costume. Then he like measured it to my body. Then he came over the next day, and I
Wild.
think I sent
That's
him a
so
car, and he
cool.
just like brought this whole outfit over. And it was great, and the
That's so
video did
cool.
great.
Yeah.
And yeah,
The
cool guy.
outfit looks so legit. Like
Yeah, it
that's why I
looked
was that
legit.
Oh,
when I said like because there's two different mechanisms. It looked like perfectly imperfect. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I used to work for an interior designer, so I used to like notice this stuff. And I
Hmm.
was noticing this but, like on the outfit. I was like, Jesus, that's like a real serious outfit right there. And so
Yeah, legit. Yeah.
that's legit. I'm
Dude.
also a small Star Wars fan. I was like, that's I think that
Oh,
Oh,
was like almost
cool.
I
I'm
thought
a.
that was like yeah. Oh, good. All right.
Oh,
I'm
what you
my
This
got?
is
my
from
What?
tattoo. I
Japan.
have a tattoo.
It's the
Oh,
bedazzled Jar Jar Binks.
wow.
Ooh,
So I had a Jar
ah.
Jar Binks joke that I didn't. So I have like 3 videos of it. I've only posted two, but one of them
Yeah.
is like, oh, this suit's so hard to. It's really uncomfortable. If I have to pee, I have to do it in a Jar Jar Binks.
That would
And
have broken me. That
I
would
that's
like
in
that.
the
I like
it's
that.
in
That's a
the
good one.
part three. I don't know when I'll post it. Probably in like a month, but
Well, because
yeah.
obviously, my mind went into a different direction of a Jar Jar Binks joke, and I was like, oh no,
Where did you?
wait.
What was your joke?
Jess, what is it?
no. I was saying that could be a racist joke.
Oh,
Jar Jar Binks. There was a that was people were saying that that was a racist character. No,
Oh, were
nobody.
they?
Yes, of course.
Oh, I
Yes, of
don't
course.
remember that. Okay, I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
people not liking the character.
George
I didn't.
Lucas got a lot of flack for that. People got flack. There was like an issue with it. They were like,
yeah.
this is not quite right.
Wasn't wasn't he blue?
Yeah, but that was where my mind went. But yeah.
Yeah, never mind the incest.
Yeah, that's fine.
That
Yeah,
Yeah.
brother
character could
sister
be
stuff.
racist.
Well, we know from porn, brother sister stuff is clearly encouraged in this country. But like,
It's
this
getting popular.
look
Not.
at your face. You,
What?
yes, of course. There's porn searches. Everybody's doing the like brother sister. Like everybody's got like step sis, step brother. Deeply popular. Yeah, yeah. Your
You
face.
mean like
This is
in
so sweet.
adult
You're
videos?
yeah. I mean
Oh
like
yeah.
porn. I
Well,
mean
yeah. I
like
mean
in
the
porn.
stepdad. That's been
Yeah.
a main point of porn videos for a long time,
Yeah,
right?
and I'm not saying porn's on the money. Like I mean, in my category, I'm 39, and women my age are in like the GILF category of porn, the grandmothers.
I love that.
So
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's like if the porn is like an accurate depiction of anything, but
Yeah.
whatever.
No, that's very true. That's very true.
Yeah,
They age you out very quickly.
yeah, we're done there. Yeah, it's a whole situation, but yeah,
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, so the funny thing happened when I like started doing the Subway stuff because initially, like if you scroll on my gram, you'll
yeah,
see me as just like myself in the train doing like my own jokes.
Yeah.
yeah,
And that's kind of how it started.
yeah,
Then I was like, I don't want to do this as me. But
yeah,
they did well. I was like,
This
yeah,
is too
I don't
much.
want
Yeah.
to. I was like, I got to do this as a character because like this is really cringy. I'm like, no, it is cringy. I know that's the point, but then
yes,
it's just
exactly.
like
I was just gonna say that's the point.
it's the point, but it makes me yeah. But then people were like, "Is he in on the joke?" And I'm like, if
Yeah,
I'm a character, then it's very clear
yeah,
that I'm in on
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah. So that's and the fun part is like thinking of new characters and new ideas and like reasons to post because I've started like the Star Wars was great because I
Mhm.
posted it on Star Wars Day,
Yeah.
which was
Yeah.
May 4th. And so everyone like reposted and reshared it because it made sense. Oh, it's Star Wars. Oh, this guy just posted a Star Wars thing. How, you
Yeah.
know?
No, May the Fourth be with you is the best thing that ever
So
happened to
it
Star
was,
Wars
it was the
fans.
best thing ever.
It was
It's
So
like
great. Yeah.
it was very unifying.
it was so good. It was
It's
so
cool.
good. So now
It's
I'm
cool.
like trying to think like, oh, I love the yoga mug too. I'm trying to
Yeah.
think like what like what other like things are coming up that I can like make videos for. And
Mhm.
when is this podcast coming out?
So it should be coming out sometime next month,
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
third week
in
of
two
June.
weeks. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
so this will already have happened then. So for the Tonys are coming up June 9th. So I wanted
Yes.
to do like a musical theater montage on the
Yeah.
train. And I love like my wife and I we love seeing Broadway shows. Like I went to school for theater, like I love it. So I got some like Broadway costumes. I wrote some like really
No way.
cheesy pun. Do you want to hear some of the jokes I wrote?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yes, please.
Now these are jokes
Hey,
that
if you
I
needed
actually
like
wrote
an
for this.
extra for that, I was a theater major. I would love to just.
Wait, what did you say?
I was like, if you need an extra for that, I was a theater major. I'd
Oh, were you
love to just.
really? Well,
Yeah.
maybe you can help me with some of these jokes then, because
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
all right,
Let's
so
see.
like, dating is a lot like a Broadway musical. Starts with a lot of callbacks, a lot of costume changes, but after a few years, eventually you just want to swing.
That's
Okay.
good. That's good. I like
Not
that. I
bad,
like
right?
that.
Okay.
I like
I
that. I
like
like
that.
that.
Um, let's see here. This one, I don't know. My buddy just got cast in a new Toy Story play. I
Mm-hmm.
told him to break a Lego.
Oh, that's cute.
All right, all right.
That's
Okay.
cute.
Well,
That's
okay,
cute.
these aren't supposed to be
No, I like it.
bangers.
I like no. These are yeah. They're pretty good. No,
And
these
by
are
the
good.
way,
These are
just
good.
people listening, these aren't jokes I do in my show that
Yeah.
you see me
You're
do
not gonna
on
These are
see Marcus
test.
Monroe
These
with
are
real
this.
test
clubs.
jokes. These are test jokes.
Actually, this next joke is a joke I would do.
Okay.
It goes, my girlfriend loves Broadway choreography so much it interferes with our sex life. Sometimes I have to settle for a jazz handy.
I like that a lot.
I love this. Yeah.
I think that this is also an important.
Yeah, I think I'll do this to like the mic
It's a
stand, like
national. This is the
The
national
jazz
symbol
handy.
yeah.
Yeah.
for jazz
Um,
handy.
I wanted to write a joke. I want to just like Trump's favorite musical is The Lion King.
Oh, I love that. That's
Oh, that's
hysterical.
good.
Oh,
That's
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 really
good.
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 That's really good.
And then so yeah, I had like then I want to go to the Broadway Junction stop on the 7 train
Yeah.
and go uh
Conjunction,
oh no,
junction,
sorry,
conjunction.
sorry. It's called Junction Boulevard, not Broadway Junction,
Yeah,
Junction Boulevard, and then
yeah.
go Junction Boulevard. This is
Yes.
Junction Boulevard.
You,
This is
you
the
should
only
have someone like
line I
record
know
you
from the
like doing the
show.
walk while doing that. Yeah.
Walk while doing it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
bad, not bad. I
Then I
like
mean,
that.
like I think musical theater nerds will get these. I'm hoping.
Yes,
Um,
So far, I'm loving it.
okay,
So far, it's
so
all
me too.
approved.
okay, great. I love that. Okay,
Jazz
so
hands
then
is my far and away favorite. I was a dancer though, so maybe that's why I was a theater kid too, but a dancer.
Alexander Hamilton got arrested for possession of drugs. He's not throwing away his pot.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. That's perfect. I love that. That's great. Keep
Oh,
that.
and I wrote this one too. That my buddy is the understudy for the new male lead in Little Shop. I can't wait to suddenly see more of him on stage.
I
Oh.
don't get it.
There you go.
Oh, I get
Okay,
it.
suddenly
I'm
see
just
more is
stupid. I
like a
get it.
song in
Yeah,
Little
yeah, yeah,
Shop, so I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
wait to suddenly see more of him on stage.
It took me a second. I
It's
could.
not great.
I like it. No,
Um,
it just took me a second because I'm stupid. It's not. That's my bad.
so those are like those are the main jokes I have, and then I have like things like I want to do a joke about the triple threat, maybe about Tech Week, something
Mm,
Mhm.
that's more like all encompassing, not about specific shows.
right.
But then so the outfits, I was gonna do a montage of outfits. So each video I usually do is just one outfit,
Yeah.
but because like Broadway is so like I also have like a lot of hold on. Oh, let me
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
if
Yeah. Dude.
so I have like the Mark sweater from Rent,
Yes.
Yes.
you know. So I
Yes.
figure like I can wear that, and then
Yes.
I just got
That's perfect.
these pants so I could wear these like the Lion King. You
Yes.
Okay.
know,
Yes.
and then
Yes.
I figure like I take my shirt off and like do some face paint, and then I have like a little lion thing, and then I don't know, Phantom of the Opera mask. I got that coming. And the Dear Evan Hansen polo with the
Oh, there you
cast.
go with the
Those are good.
cast.
Those are good.
Yeah, and then I think that's it. I think that's all. Oh, and then maybe Happy Endings. I don't know if you've seen this show.
No, I don't know that
Yeah,
one.
haven't seen it
It's
yet.
Darren Chris. It's like the best show I've seen,
Yeah.
and the best show I've seen all season on Broadway. And it's really good. So I was gonna dress up like him, and I think like people who are in the know, like Broadway fanatics, were like, oh, okay, they'll get. Hopefully, I'm hoping they'll get it.
Happy Endings was
Um,
good.
but the one thing I wanted to do with this one was try to get everyone loves the reactions of people on the train, and they're all
Mhm.
real. I don't tell people not to laugh.
Yeah.
I don't like pull from other clips. Whatever you see, the reaction is the real reaction. So I was trying to see. I haven't done this before. I did this once before, but I wanted to see if I could get people who are like Broadway stars to be like Easter eggs on the train. So kind of like looking at me like I'd kind of just like get like some.
You're at
I
that
think that could
point.
be
Yeah,
fun.
Okay.
I think I could hook you up with someone. I know someone who did a strange loop, so I could get in
Ooh.
contact, see if you guys could
Oh,
link
really?
up. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I want to try to get really famous Broadway people to be in. Like, this guy, Mitch Wood. He does
Yes.
like you do. So he does this stuff online where he's like pretending to be an actor, and it's like an actor when they've seen another friend in a show, and he's like, "Hey, how are you?" And he just does like
Yeah.
it's like one man like he's
Yeah.
kind of blowing up for these sketches, but like
Yeah.
I thought like he could be in one of these videos. I'm trying to get
Hmm.
like anyone who's
Yeah.
in a Broadway show who has like a starring position. I want you to be in this video.
It'd be
Yeah.
So
great if
by
you
the time
guys
this is out, the video will be out. So hopefully I did it.
if
Yeah.
yeah, and if there's I don't know if there's somebody singing like a song like not like obviously like Wicked in like the movies was really popular, but like I don't know what's really popular right now, the song on Broadway. But if you can get them like
Ooh,
to sing it on the subway with you somehow, that would be cool for them and you. Do you know what I mean? Like that would be a good
that
partnership.
would be cool.
You
I
know what I
can't
mean?
sing, but I would
Get them
like
to
I would try.
get them to be get them to be an Easter egg, and then they like pop up and like like
Yeah,
reveal themselves somehow. That'd be
I
cool. I
love
don't know.
that.
That's like I don't
I'm
But
know.
so
like
excited for this video, man. That
I
sounds
do have
sick.
like some friends. Like I do have some Broadway friends, but it's weird to like ask like, "Hey, can you just sit on the train and like give me a weird look?" It's like, what's in it for them, you know?
Right,
Like,
and what's
You
in it
know?
for them is maybe singing their Broadway show like that. I don't know if it's if they need like none of the Broadway shows need promotion, but
yeah,
sometimes they do because like people
that's
like
true.
I don't know. Sometimes they just need to stay relevant, you know. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm just trying to help them stay relevant. That's all I'm trying to
exactly,
do. Hey,
Yeah.
you
exactly,
piece of shit, you want to stay relevant? Be in my
yeah,
video.
yeah,
Or like I
exactly.
was trying to like I'm gonna try to get like Anthony Rapp was Mark in Rent on Broadway,
Yes,
and
I
like
know. Yeah,
I have his number, so I'm gonna text him and
Oh
I'll
shit. Okay.
that's so
see what
cool.
I can
Yeah,
get. I got one guy, Constantine Maroulis. He was in Rock of Ages and American Idol. He
oh,
said
that's
he'd do it.
cool.
So I'm hoping that like the more people that say yes and actually do it, like the more people will
Yeah,
be open to doing it.
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be cool.
More
That'd be
legit
really
it
cool.
becomes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dude.
awesome.
Ah, that's so exciting, man. I could talk Broadway forever. It's
Yeah,
Oh, I love it. I love
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I love going to shows.
what was your first show?
The first Broadway show I saw was 42nd Street. It was like the revival.
Yeah.
Cool.
It
Okay.
was in like 2001 or 2002, maybe
Yeah.
2002.
My
Um,
first Broadway show was Guys and Dolls,
ooh,
which is a good
Nice.
one. Do you know what I mean? Like,
that's a
I don't
great show.
know,
I was
just
in that
like,
show in Milwaukee, and
really.
like in a
Ah,
professional theater company did it. I mean, a professional theater company in Milwaukee,
Yeah, that's
well,
cool. That's
right.
cool. That's cool as shit.
but I love
Who'd you
that
play?
show. I was a shoe shine boy. I was like a kid, so they had me just like shoe shine here, and then I sang. His name is Epitaph. I don't really. I
Yeah, yeah, I
can
barely
do,
remember this. Yeah,
can do.
yeah,
This guy says the horse can do. So yeah, it was really fun. I
those are
loved
dope.
it. I
Those are
love being
dope.
in shows, but
Yeah,
that
it's
show
fun.
was so fun. I had a joke about Guys and Dolls. That was maybe I'll bring it back for the subway joke
Yeah.
for the subway video, but it was yeah, I saw Guys and Dolls during COVID, but they only had half the cast. So they called it Guy and Doll, reminding me of walking into my roommate in college or something, something like that. Here's the joke, but it was something about Guy and Doll.
Guy and doll and reminds me of what's happening with like the new artificial like the new robots or whatever like the
Oh
guys
yeah.
guys
Guy and
marrying
doll.
robots. A guy and
Hmm.
doll. It's like that's like a new Netflix show where it's like a guy marries a robot or something.
Is
No,
that
no,
Oh,
I
real?
just made
really?
that up. I just made that up.
That
It
will
sounded
happen. That will be a show in a few years.
Like that already sounded
That'll
like
100% be a show in a few years.
yeah. I mean, let's be honest. That's like clearly what the goal was to
I
to
hope
like
so.
replace women. We don't
Oh, I hope not.
a
I
little
like
bit,
women.
we're a little I'm a feminist. It's fine.
I love
Yeah.
women.
But no,
Big
I
There we
love
go.
women.
fan.
No, I love women. I just mean like I'm like this close to howling at the moon sometimes. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, of course. Yeah, I
I
mean,
yeah.
hey, don't get me started on guys.
Yeah. All right. Exactly. Well,
Am I right?
Am I
yeah.
right?
Am I right?
Is this thing on?
Yeah, heel. Guys suck. No, guys are great. We
That's
love
funny. I gotta do that.
Just a tip. Just a tip.
Just a tip. That's perfect. Yeah.
Oh
But
man,
yeah,
that's
they're
great.
good. Yeah.
There you go.
I don't know.
Hold on.
But yeah.
I am looking for some questions right now on Reddit.
Oh, we're at that
Marcus,
time
have
of
you
the
seen
show,
the
I
show
think.
before?
What's that?
Marcus, have you seen the show before?
I have not.
Okay. So usually around the half hour mark, we scour Reddit to find some unhinged questions and give people advice. So
Oh, this is
Yeah.
great.
It's a lot of pressure, but just,
Love it.
yeah.
yeah, chug that soda. All right.
It's Waterloo.
It's Waterloo.
Sparkling
Oh, I
water.
love Waterloo.
Oh, cute, cute.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So first question comes from Alfonsi Elric, 14.
Ooh.
And it's a very simple question, doesn't go into a lot of detail. Advice on how to last long in bed.
Ooh.
He just got married and he's trying to satisfy his wife.
I would not know how to do that.
I
Uh,
would say don't. Quicker the better, you know?
no, that's not one of my strong suits. Uh,
I feel like we're the most least qualified people to answer
Yeah.
this question.
I think like you just have to like marry an ugly person.
Yeah. Just marry somebody you're not attracted to, really like
Yeah,
it.
no,
Yeah.
I don't. I am.
Yeah.
I'm.
That's
Uh,
see, and that's a compliment to the ladies. This is like what I
Right?
have to say. It's a
Okay.
compliment to women. So don't oh, how do I last long in bed? The answer would be please don't.
I guess.
What an insult.
The
What,
faster the
what an,
better.
yeah, what an insult. How insulting. You know what I mean? Like if it takes forever, like Jesus,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
should I
I don't
should
know. I would
you know what
guess
I
like
mean?
maybe like just do a lot of like kissing first, and then like maybe like
Well,
I don't know.
there's the
But
classic
this would
like
be.
think of your grandma or like think
Oh,
of your or think
like
of
think of
see
baseball and
look at the
everything.
faces.
Oh yeah,
See, there you go.
But if you have like a
That'll
good
work.
looking grandma, then that's just
Xavier might.
yeah, man. Let's see that family reunion
see that
photos.
family tree.
Yeah,
But no, yeah. Honestly, dude, I mean, you guys are married. She obviously loves you for other reasons besides that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah. I would just say maybe talk to your
yeah,
partner about it and be like, hey, what can I do so I don't bust so quickly?
yeah,
And even not just penetration, but like you got a tongue, you got fingers.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. There you
maybe
go.
start with
Let's
Yeah.
that, then get into the other stuff.
yeah. If you want to you want to get I mean, be interested in her pleasure of it, and then just
Head,
focus on
shoulders, knees and toes, knees
music.
and toes,
There you
you
go.
know?
See, there you go. He's married. He gets
There
it.
you go.
Perfect.
Only one of us married. So yeah.
Oh
You
yeah,
should listen to
Jennifer, you're
Marcus.
married?
Marcus
Well,
knows what he's
I
talking
know. Well,
about.
I was married for 11 years,
Oh,
so
okay. Oh, I'm the only married one.
yeah,
You're the only
Oh,
married
okay.
one. Jess has been married,
I've been married.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
never been married.
Oh,
So
this is
don't
great.
listen
We
to
have
me.
like all different perspectives.
yeah,
This is perfect.
yeah. And we
There you
all
go.
last onto love yourself doesn't matter and focus on we gave such great advice. We're so good, guys. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
User, don't feel insecure. It happens.
Yes.
Yes. There you go. All right. This one's not as fun.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm a 24 female in New Jersey facing eviction uh, in about 2 months. I'm behind on rent and I don't have any savings. I'm currently unemployed and I got limited resources and circumstances for me to go anywhere. What should I do to keep a roof over my head?
I mean, nowadays, first of all, I would not. Everyone's gonna think I'm gonna say like OnlyFans. No, I'm not saying that.
Speak.
But but I do think people these days love to see an underdog overcome.
True.
And so if
I
you
wasn't
can
gonna do
make
that. Yeah.
compelling type videos on TikTok or Instagram,
Yeah.
telling your story, say your situation, set up a GoFundMe,
Mm.
and I think that's the way to do it.
Yeah, do it.
I
Talk about your situation on like a
and
major platform. See if
Yeah.
you can be interesting. See what you can find that's interesting about it as you're exploring, as you're recording yourself, and just
yeah.
keep making make goalposts of doing it every day or doing it every other day, and
Yeah.
Mm.
see what happens. Just come up with a plan and execute it, and see what happens. And hopefully you won't have to sell your feet on the internet. But that's
Yeah, I mean,
the
I think that's good advice.
that's the goal.
That's good advice. Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, yeah, like Marcus says, you could document your situation. I've seen a lot of people on TikTok lately who've been moving into storage units.
Oh
So,
yeah.
yeah, it's like $100 a month. Just don't.
And also, wait, this person, she kind of doesn't sound like she has any skills or talents.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. I mean,
And shared it,
she's
yeah.
2 months behind on rent. She has no savings, no job, like just really bad situation in general. So,
Yeah, find
yeah,
like a sell something
sell
or
some
I will
vintage
this
clothes. I don't
is
know. Yeah.
this is bad advice, but this is the truth that there are, like, here's just like the comedy bend on it too. There are men that like taking your money. I mean, the other way around. Did I say it the wrong way around?
oh
There are
I mean,
men
there
that
are
like
men who like to take money from women.
there are
yeah,
men,
but I
yes,
think
but there are men that like you taking their money from them. They like it. They like when you try to like take their money from them. Like
Yeah.
there's women that are,
hmm,
it's sort of like a dom situation. It's sort of like it's I don't know, how old is this lady?
She
26.
24.
is
She's 24. She's an adult.
24.
She's an
Yeah.
adult. Okay, so she's an adult. I'm not poisoning her mind entirely, but it's just, it's a little bit of like of a kink that I think some men have. There's a lot of situations that you can get into as a woman, where I would say, just as retribution for all the bad shit that happens, there's a couple of little pockets of good stuff that does happen if you want to be an adult about it and try to change your situation. There are ways to go on the internet and not exploit yourself, but get yourself to a position where you have a little bit of savings, you have a little bit of money in the bank, and then you can feel then you can make a decision from there, and then you can
Mhm.
decide what you want to do from there. That would be my adult advice. It's not very funny.
No, I think that's good advice. That's sound advice. If you can buy like a squeegee and like some soap, maybe you could ask businesses to clean their windows or something.
There we
Yeah.
go. Hey, that works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And she said she's in New Jersey. I mean, there's plenty of places you could go to New Jersey to like do side gigs like
Pump some
that.
gas.
Pump some
Yeah, pump some
gas,
gas.
exactly.
There you
Get a job.
go.
I
Yeah.
mean, mostly we're just saying, hey, get a job,
Yeah, I mean
but
basically, how am I going
Unfortunately,
to
that's what it
survive?
has
Well,
to
you
come
have
down
to.
to.
which it does has to go. That is life. That is life. That's it. You have to get a job. I mean, that's
Yeah,
pretty much what it is.
yeah.
So I would say but honestly, work shall set you free. It really is the truth.
Yeah.
It's like sort of
And
not. It's
look, you don't
corny, but
have
it's
to
true.
like it. I mean, who amongst us liked the jobs that we worked
No.
when we were 24?
Oh yeah, no.
But what's fantastic is what there's a scientific study that says there's a piece of the brain that grows when you do things that you don't want to do, and then it
Mhm.
also is tied to being happy. So
Hmm.
Interesting.
there's something to that. I'd say there's probably some stuff around
So you're
with
saying
how that,
doing what you don't want to do will make you happy?
in some roundabout way, I think that's what they're trying to say. Yeah, that's
I
what.
feel like someone who made that study is just like, no, this is
Are they the slave? Are they
like
the overlords? Is it the
someone
overlords that
is
are
trying to manipulate somebody and they're like, oh no,
yeah,
He showed the
do I
study to
really
his
want to work
wife.
13-hour
yeah.
He
days?
said,
Nope,
"Do it
actually, I do.
I don't know.
Mm,
I don't know. But
interesting.
definitely like definitely see if you can find a job and save up some money. There's a way to do it. It's really stressful. Life is impossible. Life is impossible. It'll always feel that way. But you can do it. You can do it.
Absolutely. Yeah, you believe in yourself. You got this. Yeah.
What a
It
motivational uh, twist this podcast has taken.
Yeah,
really
right.
is. This is a podcast about positivity mixed with negativity.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right, and this one is going to be another negative one. So let's comes from Rachel H1016. Why am I miserable on my honeymoon? My husband and I have been married for 6 months. We've been living together for 2 years, and we're currently in Italy. I'm trying to enjoy myself, but I feel terrible. The food is hurting my stomach. My husband and I have been bickering, and I feel very anxious. My husband isn't doing anything wrong. In fact, he's doing his best to try to take care of everything. I feel like I should be having the time of my life, but I'm not. I've been very sensitive on this trip, and I don't know what to do. What can I do to have a better honeymoon?
Well, I think maybe she put too much pressure on this honeymoon to be perfect,
Yeah.
you know? Honeymoon, and also you're taking it 6 months after the wedding, so you should still, you just got married, you should still be in the honeymoon phase of the relationship 6 months into a new marriage. So I don't think taking the honeymoon 6 months out is too crazy. Um, yeah, if it's just this one week and you're miserable, I think that's okay. But if you're feeling these feelings like for the last 6 months, time to have a conversation. Maybe the wedding wasn't a good idea. I don't know.
I'm gonna
Maybe,
have an insensitive take and say I find something real to complain about. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
oh my God, you're in Italy. How terrible.
I mean,
yeah.
Jesus Christ, the last person that wrote in was like literally about to have like a roof removed from over her head. And we're like talking, you know what I mean? And this girl is like, I'm in Italy and like, I'm just
Perspective.
like, and I'm in Italy and my tummy hurts. All right, listen, bitch, I don't know what to tell you. Sorry.
Are these people that write into this podcast specifically?
Thank goodness, no.
Uh, no, no, this is just Reddit. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had a couple questions where people have written in specifically, but we've
I'd be
This
like,
mostly
you
one.
have a lot of
apologized.
unhappy listeners. I was
We have
like,
a
oh
lot of
no.
joyous people in our. But listen, if you do have a question for us, Weird Pod on Instagram.
Okay, then I take it back. You're fine. I don't know. You're having you have a good time in Italy. It's fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
It's
I think,
work.
yeah.
Come back and get to. You can always there's always a way out. You don't have to stay married if you're not happy in your marriage. Number one. Number
Mhm.
two. If he's not doing anything wrong and it's okay, and you're just having a bad time, like that's kind of life. I mean, I don't know how old you are, but
Yeah.
definitely breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. You'll be absolutely fine. That's
Absolutely.
I think that's
Yeah.
great
you know.
advice.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And six
No
months,
note.
it's long enough. You could get an annulment like around then, right?
Yeah, or even yeah, 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 and even an amicable divorce is fine. When I got divorced, my rich friend, she was married to somebody very, very wealthy, and she didn't understand that I was not. And she looked at me, she goes, "What are you gonna wear?" And
To the divorce?
I was like, "To wear." I was like, "We're poor. We're just separating. Like we're not." I was like, there's no like outfit or like lawyers or
Mhm.
like funds, you know. There's no like assets or whatever to
Dude, we
split.
need to bring that back, like
Yeah.
divorce parties,
We
like
got
getting
we
all dressed
Oh
up
yeah,
to
those
get
were a
the.
thing.
he wanted the
Yeah.
couch. He wanted the couch, but I kept the couch. But yeah, that was fine.
Hey,
There
Yeah.
you go. Yeah.
keep that
User.
couch.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of being honest with yourself to figure out what really is going on. Do you think it's your husband or do you think it's you?
Yeah. Well, I think I don't even want to judge her like that. I would say I would just let's assume it's neither person. Sometimes you're just in a bad situation, right? You're just like you're not happy or you're
And that's
just
not
not
like a
not
negative
vibing.
thing.
No,
It's really
it's
just
yeah.
yeah.
I think it's always a good thing when, or at least the way that I think about it in a very honest way is like, if something's not working out, the blame game is sort of stupid. It's like you can go on forever with the blame game. If it's not working out, it's not working out. Just it's time to separate and try to have like this is what people talk about. Like you're saying, cut out the toxic stuff. That's sort of what they mean. So what you want to do is you want to find people that really vibe with you, that would have a great time in Italy. So if you're bickering and it's not for you, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. You'll get through this trip, come home, make some decisions, make some plans, you know?
Maybe they're breathing through their mouth the whole time, and that's why they're just mouth breathing, and that's their
That's
issue.
it.
There we go. Yeah.
That's it. I don't
They're
know.
breathing wrong.
I
I
think
think we
we
solved it. I think
I think
that's
we
it.
did. I think we did.
Next.
Next.
Actually, I have a good one now. Okay.
Okay.
All right,
So
cool.
this is from user, is this thing on or what? My son pees everywhere but the toilet.
Nice.
My 4-year-old son, who was 100% going to the bathroom in the restroom, has now been constantly peeing his pants in bed, but it got totally worse.
Oh,
I told him to use the restroom before a nap, but when I went to the bathroom, he was purposely peeing on the wall. He wasn't laughing or anything, it just genuinely seemed like he thought it was okay. So I'm frustrated and not sure what to do at this point.
Aw, that's terrible.
Yeah,
That's
you gotta put
Yeah.
your kids
frustrating.
in diapers until
Yeah,
they
dude.
pee not in, where they're supposed to pee, right? I think it's kind of an easy fix because like they're gonna be embarrassed that they're in diapers,
Yeah.
and then they'll just want to pee
Yeah.
regular.
I was just gonna
Mhm.
say, you got to fix it with a little light sprinkling of shame. For sure.
Yeah.
Not too much, not too much. You know what I mean? Just a little like you're making a sauce. You just want to shame them a little bit. Just not
Just a pinch
nothing
of it, you
scarring.
know?
Yeah, nothing scarring, nothing where they're gonna like remember it till they for adulthood. Just something where they just feel like, oh, okay, let me do it the right way. It'll be
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
And it's interesting that like yeah, he wasn't doing it in like a rebellious way. He just was doing it in a way that he thought was normal.
That's psychotic behavior though. Like if you're
You might want
like
to like look into that a little bit.
if you're peeing in the toilet and all of a sudden just peeing at the walls and it's not a bit,
Yeah. See, they're how old are these kids? How old are these kids? They're like under
4 years
5,
old.
right? They're under 5. Okay, they're under 5. So under 5, I took this they just so I used to take like child psychology in college and stuff. So some of it I remember. That's actually not like entirely abnormal. They're just, they're little animals. They don't really understand the same social cues, but until you're 5, 6, 7, like 7 is really when it starts to take hold. But under 5 especially, it's really hard with that stuff. So you just want to make sure there's all this move towards gentle parenting is probably it's not like it's not going to work is the problem, because you do have to teach people lessons that they have to learn so that they become functioning members of society. So
yeah, I
don't
agree.
don't so don't worry too much about shaming him, but definitely shame him a little bit into saying like, this is embarrassing, you can't do this, and just do it in as kind of a way as possible. But for sure, it's
Yeah,
okay
you
to
don't
have
want to
light
yell at
sprinkling.
your kid and give him more trauma.
But a little bit of like, hey, like that a little bit of, I remember as growing up, a little bit of that fear. It was no worries, no worries. It actually helps you know where the boundaries are. You actually end up knowing, it's comforting. There's structure to it. You're like, okay, there's a comfort to it. You're like, okay, this is where that line is, and I don't cross it. And that's how you learn to be a person in the world. So I don't know. I have opinions, but yeah. Anyway, I think that she's a loving mom, and she doesn't want to hurt her kids, but you could hurt them a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit,
A little
just so they
bit,
stop
yeah.
peeing on. If you did, that's for you, right?
Right.
I
You
mean,
don't
that's
want your
good for
walls to be
your.
covered in
Yeah,
piss.
that's
So
for
make it
you.
No.
worth it.
Oh,
That's for it's for your benefit.
You're not getting your deposit back if that
Yeah,
happens. It's
yeah,
no way.
exactly, exactly. But that's funny.
yeah.
I have a cat that pees outside of the litter box, and he like pees like right over here sometimes. I'm like, what are you doing?
What are you doing, buddy? I know,
Yeah.
it's funny. Setting it, yeah, that's true. It's like marking territory. Cute. Oh, hi. I love cats. Oh, so cute. I
Oh.
love animals. I
Oh.
know I don't have, I can't, I've worked too much. I don't have pets, but I should probably, I was thinking about fostering. I
Ooh,
know.
yeah, that's what ends up happening. Is like we foster the cats, then we just
And then you
keep
just keep
them.
them. Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah.
Bad.
Bad.
It's
Mm-hmm.
not great.
No. I hear that. I hear that. I know I'm quickly becoming a cat lady. It's really happening.
Oh no, careful. How many do
Yeah.
you have?
No, I have none, but it's gonna.
Oh,
But what I'm saying is, very strongly considering you, because if you get one, then you have to get two. You can't, right?
yeah.
Like
Oh
they need
yeah.
friends.
It happens
It
quick.
happens quick. It's a slippery slope. So yeah,
Careful.
I know exactly. That's my next step. But then I also don't like the cat hair. So then I thought about having like a hairless cat.
Ooh.
But like, do I deserve that? You know what I mean? Ugh,
Hey, you
it's
could also get just like a short hair cat. It doesn't. They different cats
yeah,
don't shed as much. I don't think.
true, true. No, and the hairless cats are cute. They're
I'm
cute in
talking
their own
about
way.
you.
Sorry.
Mm.
There
I
we go.
wasn't talking about him. He doesn't like it. He's just
I
looking at
know
me like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. I have
exactly.
a dog, so I was totally outside this cat conversation. I'm not a big cat guy.
We we left you out.
Yeah. No, it's all good. Yeah. Cats could be all right.
Yeah, and then like, look, before I met my wife, I was not a cat person. Never had them growing up, and then she came with two cats, and then we those cats like they were old. They ran their life, and then we got five cats. Like and that was like too many cats, and now we have two cats, and
That
that's a
seems
good
like a
amount.
manageable. Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to the day when we have zero cats, just because it's so much work for my wife, and when we leave, we go out of town. All these cat sitters, it becomes expensive. They need medication like twice a day. So I'm just, and we travel so much, so I'm just like, It's like thousands of dollars a year in cat care. I mean, we love them. They're so cool. They give us a lot of love and it's fun, but
It is expensive. And there's no like pet health insurance that covers this shit. There's not.
oh, true. There should
It's
be.
like there should be and there isn't. And the only time it kicks in is when they pass on. And that's
The
like
sad thing about that though is that if we did have cat health insurance, the cats would definitely have it, and me and my wife would have no health insurance at
exactly.
all. We'd
Exactly.
be like, "Hey, our cats are having trouble sleeping on planes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
we just like use our cats to get medication for us."
There
That's
is like nothing more like New York than like your pets having insurance and you not.
yeah, that's so
Totally.
true.
I know plenty of people who that's their reality.
I was
Just
making
call my vet and be like, "Hey, my cat can't get it up. What are we supposed to do?"
I was making all of my dog's food, obviously. I mean, like, of course. And I was cooking it. I was cooking all of it, and I wouldn't cook for myself. I
Oh,
would,
there you go. Yeah, see that? I guess that happened.
you know. Yeah.
There
The
you
way
go.
we look right now on the screen to me, Jessica, looks like my head is part of your head.
It does. It looks like you
Does
guys are
it?
merging together.
Oh
Merging
yeah,
merging
it did for
together.
a second. It like no, no, it was like I don't know if people can see this, but like that. That's right.
Like right
Yeah.
there, right there. Like,
Don't worry. I'll
is it a
edit
live?
it. And yeah. There you go.
Sweet.
Jessica, this is what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry about that. I know. Well, he made me change my. I wanted to do the other mode. That we're in
Oh,
this, and
Yeah.
in
She was
portrait.
in
I
portrait.
was in portrait mode, and so
Yeah.
that took care of the it was skinnier. So anyway, it was. But yeah, it's fine. Hopefully, you can. It's fine.
Last question. You guys ready?
yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So this comes from Fantastic Avocado 751. And this is a pretty relevant one, I would say. I'm changing my job and I need your advice. I'm a 23 female. I've been working at my current job for about a year. During this time, so much has changed, and unfortunately, not in a good way. My friend who helped me get this job is feeling exhausted about everything that's going on, and she recently contacted another friend of ours who used to work here and asked if they could help her find a new job. He agreed, and they're talking things over. It turns out that her brother owns a company, and they want to hire us. So, how do I go about talking to my current employer about this, and how should I set myself up to transition the best?
It's pretty. There's like a pretty simple thing that you do. You give 2 weeks notice,
Yep.
and you say, "I'm out," and then you do
And then
that.
you do that exactly.
This is how the life. This is how
This is
the world
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
Listen, you
Yeah.
don't want to just
Yeah.
leave without telling them,
He was
unless
there
it's
for 1 year. Why are you so committed to this job? You were there for a year.
Marcus, how old are you? Right? How old are you?
40. I'm
40.
40.
Yeah, same. This is almost like it's like how to write your like people don't know their social security numbers or like how to write an
Yeah.
address in an envelope or something like that. This is like a 101, like 2 weeks notice, like separate. I don't know, like just figure it. Yeah, like yeah, you know
That's
what I mean?
crazy
It's
that they'd even
crazy.
ask that. They like know how to post on Reddit, but not know how to
not,
Yeah.
get a job.
not know how to give a 2 weeks notice. Yeah. Which is why
Let
we're
Yeah,
us
I mean,
here.
like,
We have a
let
couple elders, and
unless that was just like a public humble brag. Unless that was like a
but here's
random
also the
public
thing. I've
humble
never
brag.
had a real job, like like a 9 to 5. So I
Yeah.
like maybe I just
Yeah.
put it in 2 weeks. Maybe it's different than that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no. Well, I have had a real 9 to 5, and you do have to give them notice. And it's a business. They understand
Yeah.
if you're gonna get it's a business. So that's how it's set up. So if you are getting paid or have a better opportunity, you say thank you so much for your support these past however many months, whatever, how long you worked there. And I'm moving on, and I'll be moving on in 2 weeks. Thank you so much. I've given you enough time to now find my replacement. And that's the idea. You want to be respectful.
Mhm.
It is definitely a common sense issue. And us 40-year-olds are a little nervous for the for the people asking some of these questions. It's
yeah.
like,
And I
hey.
think from what I've gathered from this post is that she's worried that maybe with leaving with such short notice, she won't be able to use them as references or something, which is, I don't think that's the case at all. I think if you quit without letting them know, that
Right,
looks
that
bad
would
on
be
you. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I think you're
It's
good if you give them a little heads up.
Yeah.
heads up.
And
Yeah.
and that's the thing too, is like you could say, "Hey, I found this better offer. Can you guys match that?" And then maybe your job, you get paid more for your job that sucks, and it becomes a little bit better.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's up to
Maybe,
you. You have
maybe.
options that way.
Maybe.
And you have options that way. That's a great point. You probably don't want to like continue working, or you have higher hopes for yourself, which I do not want to squash. Which I do not want.
Right.
Which I would, yeah. So you go get them. You go get them.
There we go.
Yeah.
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 As
No.
you also good, I would say it's good for you to have like two possible jobs, you know. I
Mhm.
know one girl doesn't even have any job.
Yeah. She's in New
You know.
Jersey and she's struggling right now. So
Maybe they should talk to each other. Yeah.
absolutely. So count yourself lucky you have a job, even
Yeah.
though it's
Exactly.
yeah. Did
So
you see on
Exactly.
true.
TikTok
So
that people
true.
are like censoring the word job now?
What?
What'd you say?
People
What?
on
What?
TikTok are censoring the word job.
No,
It's
no,
like
no,
as a
no.
joke, but it's like
It's
it's
as a
like
it's
you see
as
in
a
the comments,
joke, right?
hey, go get a job, and the O is like censored.
All right. Good. Oh
That's how
God.
much we hate work.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's not that
I
bad.
love that.
I love that too. That's
Yeah,
great. Um.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there we go. I hope we
Is it?
helped you out. I
Oh
hope
yeah.
everyone who we answered questions for, I hope we helped you out and not just made fun of you to your face. So I think we gave some good advice.
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Marcus, thank you so much for gracing us with your time.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me. This was so fun. I like being weird and I hope we got to help some people in the process. So that's always good.
It's the idea. It's a
There you
great
go.
idea. Thanks, Marcus. So much fun. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you guys. Have a great one.
Yeah. Quick, plug yourself.
Oh yes, find me on Instagram at Marcus Monroe, TikTok, same thing. Just type in my name, Marcus Monroe, and I'm on the road every weekend until the end of the year. So come see me at some comedy clubs where I do jokes.
Yeah.
There we go. Sweet. Go check out Marcus, guys. You'll have a good time. All right.
Thanks, Marcus.
Thank you
Awesome.
guys. Have a great one. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you,
Bye.
Marcus.
See ya. See
See you
ya.
guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.
All right.
Cool.
Boom. There we
Boom.
go.
Did it.
And then
Yeah.
let me